So you want to grow your TikTok account from 0 to 10,000 followers this year? This is the content formula that you would need to blow up in 3 months. Chapter 1 is all about your personal branding. You have to ask yourself, and I got this from Tess Barkley, another good content strategist here on social media. If you were to be invited to a podcast, what would be the topics that you would be talking about? What would you be known for? So I want you to fill this up. This is basically your I help statement. So it's I help your audience with the problem of the audience to achieve desire or the goal that your audience wants to achieve. Chapter 2 is brainstorm. I want you to go to this website and then put in the problem and the desire of your target audience that you got from your I help statement. Then when you scroll down, screenshot all the questions that you got because this will serve as your content topics later on. And what I want you to do is go to TikTok and search videos related to the list that you just took a screenshot of. You will now check if there are videos with more than 100,000 views to validate that these are topics that people are actually looking for on TikTok. So if there are videos with more than 100,000 views, then this is a good sign because that means that you can actually post content like this on TikTok. Chapter 3 is all about your audience. So I want you to put out a piece of paper, Notion, and just list down the age of your audience and what language they speak. I'm looking here in my iPad because everything that I have to talk about is actually in here. So I'm really sorry if I keep on looking here, just to make sure that I don't miss anything out. Going back, once you list that down, you actually have a clear understanding of how your audience react or behave on social media. Now, what I want you to list down now is 5 things that they want to have and 5 to 10 things that they struggle with. You have to list this down because every time that you create content, you are gonna be basing it from this list that you have. Moving forward to chapter 4, which is creating your content topics, those will now serve as your content topics. So from then on, you are now gonna be creating 3 to 5 videos weekly and posting them weekly. For our students in the Content Accelerator, I actually posted different types of posting schedules based on their skill sets and how busy their schedule could be. Chapter 5 is planning your videos. If you're starting from scratch, you don't know what time works the best for you. So you will be experimenting on what time you'll be posting. So you can post one video in the morning, the next day you can post it in the afternoon, and then the next day you can post the next video at nighttime and see which video works the best. With your hashtag strategy, what I want you to do is use 3 to 8 hashtags. And the hashtags that you're gonna be using are hashtags that is either about your audience, who they are, or is about your topic. So for example, if you're a coach in the fitness niche and you created a video on how to lose belly fat, you can use hashtag belly fat because that's the topic of your video. Another thing could be about your audience, which could be hashtag women or hashtag mom if you're targeting working moms, so on and so forth. And then when you're scripting your video, I want you to follow this sequence, which is super easy. A beginner can follow this. You're gonna start your video off with a hook. This is your first sentence. You grab their attention, and then the follow-up hook, this is the second sentence, and you're basically telling them what they'll miss out on if they skip your video. This is the reason why your views can go way higher because you have a follow-up hook. The next part of that script will be your context, basically the details of your video, and then your call to action. We have your topics, we know what time we're going to be posting, we know the hashtags that we're going to be using, we know what we're gonna be saying in that video. Now it's time for chapter 6, which is to plan your month. So you can use Notion, you can use a notebook, you can use literally a physical calendar to plan your month. For me, again, and for my students, we use Notion. Basically, this is an example. You're going to be writing out the content that you'll be posting on this specific day. But most importantly, I want you to plan out what day you'll plan content. So planning means scripting, researching, creating your hashtags, what time you'll be posting, and then a separate day on when you're going to be able to film and edit the content. So this way, you already know what days you should be blocking off your calendar and you'll be like, stop. I can't do anything, I can't go out because today is content day and I have to lock in. This is how I create content. I literally lock the fuck in if I have to do something. So that's how you're gonna grow to 10,000 followers. You have to believe me on this because I just created my own account, a new account, starting from 0, and we are almost at 10,000 followers. So this strategy works. I'm calling this Project 10,000. So if you are doing Project 10,000 with me, make sure to comment down below and subscribe because I have more strategies that I'll be spilling next week.